Hi, everybody. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through the setup and installation process for RStudio, as well as RMarkdown. These are all softwares you'll need for Stat 1000 as well as Stat 2000. So to get started, what you want to do is open up your course outline, which you can find on your Learn page. At the top of this course outline, as well as down in the software section, you'll find a few links. The first thing you need to do is to download and install R. So there's two links here, one for Windows systems and one for Mac systems. Please note that R and RStudio will not work on iPads, Chromebooks, or most Windows tablets. So make sure you're doing this installation on a Windows or Mac, either PC or desktop computer. I'm on a Windows machine right now, so I'm going to open up the Windows link. This takes me to this website here, where I'll click base to download what I need, and I'll again click this download file. I'll wait a moment for the download to finish. I'll click this here to start the installation. I'll just click through this, and I'm going to leave all of the settings at their defaults. Okay, now R is downloaded and installed. R will be the backbone for our calculations, but we won't be using R directly. We'll be accessing R through a program known as RStudio. RStudio is formally known as an IDE, an integrated development environment, but what RStudio is going to do in practice is just present and organize our work in R in a nice way. So to download RStudio, I'm going to follow this link here. I'm looking for RStudio Desktop. I, of course, want the free version. I'm going to click here to download, or I could click down here if I wanted to. It's the same file. Okay, once the download's finished, I'll click this .exe file. Again, I'm going to click through this and leave the settings at their defaults. Okay, I'm going to finish the installation. And now I have R and RStudio downloaded. What I'm going to do is now open up RStudio. So I can find RStudio on my machine by just typing RStudio, clicking the bottom left. Okay, when you open RStudio, you'll see a window that looks like this. If I click this button here, I'll get all my 4 panels. These 4 panels will be explained to you in your first lab, so don't worry about them right now. This video is all just about getting R and RStudio up and running. If you want to see if things are working, I don't know, type 2 + 3, I get 5 back. All right, good enough for now. So we've got R and RStudio going. I also want to get RMarkdown going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click File, New File, RMarkdown. Now, this is my first time running RMarkdown, so it's going to take a minute. In the future, when you run RMarkdown, it won't take this long, but the very first time you run RMarkdown, there's some setup. So you can see it needs to install some packages. I'm going to click Yes, and I'm going to wait for these packages to install. So my progress is going to be shown to me in my bottom left panel here. This might take longer for you if you have a slower machine. and the installation is done. I'm going to leave this all at its default for now, because again, this will be explained to you in your first lab, but for now, we just want to get things up and going. The final step is to click PDF on the default output format. I'm going to click OK. This is the default RMarkdown file. Again, not going to get into the details of what this file contains. All we're going to do is make sure we have it up and going. So in this class, you're going to be knitting to what's called PDF. Again, this will be explained to you in your lab. If I click knit to PDF right now, it'll ask me to save this. I'll just call it whatever. It doesn't matter. And you can see it doesn't work. I get an error. That's because I don't have what's called a LaTeX distribution. It's going to suggest that you install something called maybe MikTeX. Don't do that. Do not install MikTeX or MacTeX or TechLive or anything. Those systems are too large and too complicated for this course. All we're going to do is install something called tinytex. So it gives you the code right here. So I'm going to copy that and paste it into my console. Or I could just type tinytex, install tinytex. I'm going to hit enter. And it's going to install what's called tinytex. All tinytex does is it's a LaTeX distribution. And LaTeX is just a system that allows you to essentially create PDFs. So once we have tinytex installed, we'll be able to create PDF files in RMarkdown. I can see there's a stop in the top right here, which lets me know that it's still working. Once that goes away, though, I'll know that my installation is finished. Okay, I can see my installation is finished, meaning I have tinytex installed. So now I can go knit to PDF. And now you can see it works. It spits out this PDF. Again, not going to go into the details of this. You'll see this all in your first lab. If you get this PDF output, you are done. That's all you need to do. If you don't get this PDF output, watch the video again carefully. Make sure you're following my steps exactly. If you run into a snag or you can't proceed for some reason, then make sure you go to the Help Center. The Help Center is located in 311 Machray Hall. The specific hours of the Help Center are located in your course outline. Roughly speaking, it's Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., though it closes a little early on Mondays and it's open late on Tuesdays. Again, check your course outline. You'll see the exact open and close times for the Help Center. If you go there, you'll find a stats department TA there who's there to help you. Make sure you have it installed and working. So please make sure you do this before your first lab for Stat 1000 and 2000. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care and have a nice day. Bye-bye.